Actually live. All right. I really want to show off the intro of the game because the intro of the game literally is just the original intro from the show. The downside is the intro is
Right.
playing right now, and I don't want to start it in like the middle of the intro.
Right.
Are you eating something over there?
Yeah, I'm eating ice cream.
Ah, tasty.
Yeah, it's like again, I make my own fucking ice cream.
Yeah, I think at this point you've mentioned it a couple times on stream.
Yeah, I know. This time it's more of a chocolate peanut butter cookie.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds really good.
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember where we left off last night because I know I kept dying.
I don't know.
I want to say we were in the middle of a graveyard. Oh yeah, we were. It was a mook rush or something. Woo! Zombie Viking mook rush! Woo! So, how have you been?
I've been fine. Just uh just doing things.
Gotcha. I think my dog's trying to get my attention.
Oh yeah.
Which wouldn't be the first time. Like, he just kind of. I think I mentioned this before. A lot of times I'll have food and he'll be like, "Oh, you have food? Why, you can share, right?" It's like,
Oh
no.
yeah, I know that feeling.
Well, I don't mind it. I find it cute, just also kind of annoying when I'm streaming. Which is one of the reasons why um, for lack of a better term, kind of just barricade the door, so he can't, get in.
Right,
It, it,
yeah.
it, it well, and it's one of those things where if I were more comfortable actually showing my camera on stream, um, I wouldn't mind it as much because I'd have an excuse to show my dog on stream.
Yeah.
But wait, do I have any other weapons? Nope, I literally have my sword and another bamboo staff.
Yeah.
The other bamboo staff I had just broke. So
Okay.
when a weapon breaks, especially a weapon that you have equipped, because you can equip like 4 weapons or items. So and you can equip items mostly so you have like healing items on standby, so you don't have to always pause the game to access them. Um, ow, fuck.
Yeah.
Um, no, I don't know. Actually, I probably should check and see if I can upgrade Jack. Forgot.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to do that because like you get skill points by fighting enemies, and I just keep forgetting to actually fucking um just keep forgetting to actually upgrade Jack.
Yeah.
Also, it's funny that physical skills, which has an icon of a fist, is where you have the upgrades to Jack's health, and yet spiritual skills, which has an icon of a heart, isn't.
Hmm.
That's weird. And apparently, one of the spiritual skills is just to increase how many weapons you can hold.
Ah, okay.
Because that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
I am happy how unintrusive the well, mostly unintrusive the HUD is when you're actually playing the game.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that's actually that kind of takes you out of the action is the health bars. But it's like, yeah, you kind of need the health bars to know that you're one, that you're doing damage to the enemies, and two, that damage has been done to you. I mean,
Yeah.
I think. Oh yeah, you can turn that off.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to go all in and basically say fuck it, the my only way of knowing how damaged Jack is how much of his robe he still has. Um, like you can do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to because I play a lot of video games and multiple genres. I do not feel comfortable just turning off the HUD so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Because I think the second I do that, I'm gonna be dying a whole lot more.
Right.
Which I'm sure would be funny for the viewers, but for me, it's like there.
Yeah.
I mean, last year when I was doing when I was doing the Resident Evil 1 remake on PlayStation 4, um,
Okay.
there's a reason that I stopped doing that because just I uh, most of that was just me dying and I just was not having as much fun as I thought I would. I do want to get back to that game though. I'm gonna wait
Yeah.
till I am going to wait until October
Right.
to do that, but I do want to essentially restart that playthrough, and this time actually have a guide on standby, so I'm not getting lost and dying multiple times. I'll probably
Yeah.
still die multiple times because, of course, I will. Um,
Oh, I
but
forgot that was happening.
what's happening?
Uh, Disney World has this Star Wars hotel that they have. I think it was created like last year or back in 2001. Not sure. It's
Yeah, 20. I think 2020. Like it is recent.
it's shutting down in September,
Yeah, I heard that.
which is understandable because why would you go at a $6,000 a night hotel?
Yeah, it really is kind of a. Am I really out of range? Oh, I'm not. I'm out of what I had equipped. That's annoying. Use just hit this guy from a distance because he keeps swinging his big ass fucking keeps swinging his big ass fucking hammer.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a starting price point of 4,809 for a two-person weeknight experience. Range up to a 6,000 premium two-night experience.
I think that I actually think that's more expensive than going to Disney World itself.
Yes.
It's like I don't care how much of a fan of Star Wars you are. That's too fucking much.
Hmm.
I mean, and from what I heard, the quality is not worth it.
I mean, yeah, but I've also heard that people still had a good time, and that the actors inside there, they had a lot of fun bringing the characters to life.
Okay,
Yeah,
I still don't think I'd pay.
yeah,
It, be,
I wouldn't pay $6,000 for that as well.
well, and mostly because of how much it would cost just to get into Disney World, which I know Disney World's not super expensive, but it's like with how much it would cost to get into Disney World, and then spending
Yo,
a decent chunk of
Sensei.
time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. There's a lot of things I keep forgetting to do.
Oh, yeah.
I can upgrade my weapon skills, and it's like, man, I probably should be doing this.
Yeah, you probably should.
Get some haggis. Oh, Warhammer. That might actually help. Uh, but I also like the game does have weapon durability for a lot of different weapons in the game.
Right.
The only weapon, of course, that does not have weapon durability is Jack's sword, because of
Yeah.
course.
Understandable.
Um, I mean it's a sword forged by literal gods, so
Hmm.
it makes sense that it's not nearly as
Yeah. Hey, weird
equip the
question.
haggis. What?
Should I just go to IKEA just to eat at the restaurant in there?
That is not a question I ever thought I'd have on I've had on stream. I don't know. I've never actually been to IKEA.
Yeah, because IKEA does actually have a fucking restaurant in certain stores. They do make their own fucking food.
I know that.
And from what I heard, it's actually pretty good.
Honestly, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I'd say it depends
What the fuck is
on
that
if you like the
name?
food.
Oh, they got the fucking weird names to the fucking food as well.
Oh yeah, because they already have weird names for the stuff you would buy.
Yeah, I mean, you wanna know what meatballs are called?
What are they called?
Uh, Hoofadorol.
Hoovadorol?
Yeah, Hoofadorol.
That.
It's like I'm not.
So now I have two reasons to go to IKEA. I mean, I've always wanted to try IKEA's meatballs because I heard
Yeah.
IKEA's meatballs are supposed to be pretty good.
Apparently the pastries are pretty good too.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
they sell candy too? Shit.
yeah, go to IKEA for the meatballs and Blaha.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Hold up. Don't fucking tell me I can actually purchase the. Oh well, okay. It can't be bought online. I thought you could like buy the foods online and like have it shipped to your home.
Have
And I'm
shit
like,
to your
wait a
house.
fucking minute. That would be amazing though.
That
But
would be. Just DoorDash some fucking IKEA meatballs.
no, no, just like actually in a bag.
Yeah, from from the store from the website. So
Yeah.
no, I know what you mean. It's just
I mean,
I guess you probably could.
you could, but they would have to be. It would most likely have to be put into a box of dry ice. Like, because whenever, sometimes when, sometimes when I order meat online from like specialty places, they ship it in like a box that's full of dry ice.
Yeah. I want to make sure that it stays fresh.
Yeah, it stays fresh and fucking frozen because you don't know how fucking long it's gonna take.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I may want to try making dry ice cream one day. But it's like dry ice can be fucking dangerous to, well,
Oh yeah.
handle. Because here's the thing, uh, don't don't ever put dry ice in your mouth. Do not fucking do that.
Yeah, because the chemicals are.
Well, it's not only that, but it's like it could be dry enough that it could not only it's the gas because dry ice is basically liquid nitrogen.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. And it's like, it could essentially like not only would it cause like big burns in your mouth, but you could essentially like choke on the gas.
Right.
So it's like you have to be careful with dry ice if you're making treats with it.
Yeah.
It's like there's this fucking thing. I think it was called dragon candy. I don't know what it is, but it's like okay, but it's like Dragon Balls. That's what they're called. Dragon Breath. Uh, yeah, but they're essentially uh they're puffs of like fruity cereal puffs. That are you know put in liquid ni. They're soaked in liquid nitrogen, and you have to. You can get it at many places. Like it doesn't have to be like fruit puffs. It could be other things. Like you know like popcorn or marshmallows, wafers, stuff like that.
Yeah. And I think I've heard of them because the idea is it makes your mouth makes it look like smoke's coming out of your mouth.
Yeah. Uh, the thing is, it can be dangerous if you get into like instant contact with liquid nitrogen, and you
Right.
should and if you suffer from asthma, like you shouldn't eat it. And if
I
you
know I
do,
know I used to suffer from asthma when I was really little.
yeah, probably not a good idea. But yeah, and you can't eat it with a spoon. You have to eat it with a stick.
Okay. That's actually one thing that I'm sitting there thinking, that's probably one of the few parts that's like I understand.
I mean, but honestly, if you want to eat something that was made from liquid nitrogen but is safe as fuck, just eat Dippin' Dots.
I know. And I do like me some Dippin' Dots.
I know, but it's like they're rare to fucking find.
I was actually happy because it's like Dippin' Dots is usually found in theme parks.
Yeah, exactly.
We had a
There's like,
Bucky's we had a Bucky's fairly close to us. Um,
God, there was like no
that
store
actually
in the United States that sells Dippin' Dots.
that's sad. But yeah,
Although, like,
Bucky's had Dippin' Dots and it was fairly close to us before we moved.
right. Hold up. Maybe I do remember. Was it a fucking zoo? Maybe. But anyway, yeah, I'm just looking at their website now. They have like new fucking flavors, and apparently you can order them online now.
Woo!
Yeah, there's like there's some like fucking icy, flavored ones.
That sounds good. I
Yeah.
it that's something that if I was willing to try cooking with liquid nitrogen, that'd be something I would try to do. Just like knock off Dippin'
Mhm.
Dots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, port face. Okay, so apparently, if you have port face, you should know they recommend that they must be consumed the day you receive it, or replace the dry ice. Because you cannot store it in your home freezer because it has to be around -40 degrees.
Yikes. That is good to know though.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea where I'm fucking going anymore. And Jack is lost in the fucking graveyard.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just get the fucking single serving. They're a lot cheaper than the
Yeah.
fucking bulk bag.
Well,
Unless it's like,
unless you're doing it for a party or something.
yeah, understandably, it's like unless you're doing it for a party, like get the single serving. But if it's like a fucking party, yeah. But then again, it's like you're gonna have to time that right.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be a cool party though. It's like, hey, I got
Yeah,
fucking
it
Dippin'
would.
Dots.
Yeah, that would be great. But the bulk bags are fucking expensive though. They're like $70 a bag.
Well, how much Dippin' Dots are you getting with that?
Fuck. I'm not sure. You get like 30 servings in a bulk bag,
That's
which is
huh.
which is like the serving size is 2/3 a cup.
Yeah, that's a decent amount of Dippin' Dots.
Yeah.
So like I understand it being a bit more expensive.
Oh yeah. But God, I remember going to a shop that had it once. We'd get it at times, but no, don't have access to that location anymore. But hey, I make my own ice cream now,
Yeah.
so
Which for me that makes a lot of that stuff feel so much nicer when it's something that I don't want to say you would consider fancy, but something that you would only get
it's
at a
special.
restaurant. Yeah. So something special like learning how to make it yourself. Like I one of the things I've loved doing is making pizza. Like homemade
Oh
pizza.
yeah,
Like the first time I ever got to do that, and I've only ever been able to do that once. And it
right.
really saddens me. But
Honestly, yeah. Go ahead.
um I mean I enjoy homemade food so much more than just straight up um than straight up just restaurant food.
I
I
mean,
don't
understandable.
I don't mind going to restaurant. In fact, I like the atmosphere of going to restaurants. I just enjoy food that was food that you can tell was made by hand,
Yeah.
even if it takes a while to make. Like the fact that you can tell, okay, this definitely tastes better than. And I think, and it's one of the. It goes back to what I was saying last night with I haven't. There's a lot of places I've been to, or like I don't typically like fast food burgers, because
Right. Yeah.
a lot of fast food burgers really just taste like even like good fast food burgers. Unless it's very clear that they actually got the ground beef and made it into a patty themselves. Um,
Mhm.
Places like McDonald's and Burger King, it's kind of clear that they made that those patties were frozen. Uh,
But
so
yeah, but at that point, it's more the convenience factor.
yeah, and that I can still understand. It's just if I had the money to spend, I'm definitely going for like the fancier restaurants. Um, Hell, we mentioned BJ's last night. It's like, man, I'd go to BJ's. I would go to BJ's, get a nice burger.
Uh huh. Yeah, I know. It's like, well, honestly, if you're going to BJ's, you're going for the fucking Pizookie. But then again,
Oh
you can
yeah.
make a fucking Pizookie at home.
Well, I'd go to BJ's for the burger. Um, but there's a burger place when before my sister moved to Spain, when she still lived fairly close to us. And when I say fairly close, I mean like an hour and a half away. um,
Oh yeah.
I mean it's an hour and a half away as opposed to a couple hours away. But anyway, there was a restaurant that I remember we went to called Rodeo Goat,
Yeah.
and they have a I can't remember what kind of burgers they had. Like what specifically like what meat they used because it wasn't cow.
Right. Wait, what was the name of the restaurant?
Rodeo Goat. I think that
Probably goat.
yeah, probably. I cannot remember. The point is I like their burgers. They had a blue cheeseburger that I loved.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I always liked is they had a projector. The one that we would go to that was near where she lived had a projector that would show a lot of times would just show old like old black and white Betty Boop and Popeye cartoons.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Um but it's kind of if I knew we were going over to her place and we had the money, um
Oh no, I'm looking at
that's a
the
place
menu.
that I'd like to go to.
Yeah, I'm looking at the menu for the rodeo goat, at least for one of the restaurants.
Yeah.
They do have like ground beef, ground chicken, ground turkey, vegan
Oh,
patty, and
turkey.
impossible
That's what it
patty.
was.
Yeah, turkey patty. Yeah, the murder burger sounds pretty good. It's like cheddar, brisket chili, Fritos, chopped onions, and a whodunit sauce.
Oh yeah, the Who Done It sauce. I don't know if I've ever had that sauce, but they had some really good burgers that I really liked.
And listen, I'm not gonna trust I'm not gonna trust the fucking restaurant to name one of their burgers Neil Young. I'm not gonna fuck it. It's like you're a
I forgot
Texas restaurant and you're naming a burger from someone from Canada.
that. Yeah.
Like shit, I don't fucking like. You might as well name it. You gotta name it from someone from fucking Texas, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, let me find fucking. God damn it, singers, songwriters, by state,
I can never I
Texas.
can't remember. I know I doubt he actually is from Texas, but where was Johnny Cash from?
Arkansas. He was born in Arkansas.
Okay. Because I knew he wasn't from Texas. I just remember he was I'd understand if they named a burger to Johnny Cash. Like it's not Texas, but
Yeah.
I'd still understand because it's like country music.
Oh yeah.
Who the fuck put a statue on the ceiling?
American musicians state. Go to Texas. Okay. Okay, not from fucking not country ones though. Country musicians could also work.
I'm gonna hope that a piercing arrow works here. No? Still not doing damage to the statue. That's annoying.
Yeah. Alright,
So,
fine. Give me the musicians for fucking Dallas. Okay, that could work. Freddie King could work.
oh, I didn't have the skill. That's why I don't have. That's why I can't do
Oh shit, no, fucking Meatloaf.
it.
I,
What? Yeah, that. Why not name a
yeah, cause
burger fucking meatloaf? Fucking meatloaf
well,
burger.
yeah, because Meatloaf was.
Oop. I keep forgetting meatloaf was from Texas though.
I mean, if you need to know where Meatloaf, he made fucking Bat Out of Hell.
Yeah, I know who he is. I just keep forgetting when he's done. Hang on, sorry. The
Yeah.
HDMI actually came out of my Switch dock, so I got.
Ouch.
Yeah. I am sorry for everyone who was trying to watch that. Who was trying to watch the stream. All of a sudden, just fucking cuts. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
Wait, he was in fucking Fight Club? When the fuck was this?
I know Meatloaf was in wasn't he in Wayne's World?
Yes. He played a bouncer.
What's next?
Yeah, that's right.
He was also in Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny as
Oh, that's
Jack Black's dad.
he was Jack Black's dad in that movie.
Yeah, and he also provided vocals on Kickapoo.
That I'm less surprised about. I
Yeah.
it's been so long since I've seen that movie. It's a good movie
Fucking
though.
Dio was in. Fucking Dio was also on Kickapoo as well. Which makes sense because in the film it's like, Jack Black's fucking, praying to a poster of Dio.
Which is one of my favorite. I love that movie because it's
Oh
such a
yeah.
stupid fucking movie. Like it's one of those that's like, yeah, I what's going on is really dumb, but I'm at least enjoying it. Um,
Oh fuck. I forgot Dave Grohl played fucking Satan in that film. Makes sense.
nah, we are but men.
I know.
I've actually seen a lot of like fucking on YouTube a lot of songs or music videos from Jack Black where it just change like it edits it slightly to make it goofier. Um,
Yeah. I mean, I listen to the ones that use that. Let's see. Let's see which fucking song I'm thinking about. Like, there's one of Master Exploder, but it's put over a track from Evangelion, and it honestly makes it sound a lot better.
ah, even Gelatin.
Hmm.
Um, and despite me not being a huge fan of Evangelion, I fucking love the theme song for Evangelion. Like that song just
Yeah.
fucking slaps.
Oh yeah.
And I love, if I remember correctly, one of the Taiko no Tetsuen games actually has that song in it.
Oh right.
So you can just fucking taiko drum to Evangelion. But
Yeah.
it's a really fucking good anime song. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, I'm not, like I
What's
said, I'm not a fan of Evangelion, but I fucking love that it's like, I love that song.
Yeah, I know. I like the song too.
I cannot for the life of me remember what um what other songs are on there because they have a lot of they have a decent chunk of anime songs. They also have
I thought you were talking about like, oh, one of the other songs in Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny. It was like, it's ready to read the fucking entire list for you.
Um, yeah, in a second, I'm trying to remember. I know in their anime section on Taiko no Tetsuen Drum and Fun, um, they have a decent chunk. They have Disney songs, but it's like the Japanese versions.
Yeah.
They have because I think Drum and Fun came out around the time of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. They actually do have that as a song, and I think it's like one of the free DLCs because that game has a lot of fucking DLC.
Yeah.
Which I'm not surprised, but I like I do enjoy the Tekken no Tetsuya games. I am
I mean,
sad.
yeah, it's.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Um, America for the longest time only got like one game, and that was the PS2 game, which I hear was not as good as a Taiko no Tetsun game. Which honestly is kind of sad, but they had a lot of American songs in there, like the fucking Jimmy Neutron theme song.
Yeah.
Um, and I wish
It's
they,
like there's.
I wish they would do that again. Like bring some
Yeah.
more American songs in there. If you're gonna localize it
Yeah.
in America.
Hmm.
Also, apparently,
Well,
the same people who did Tekken no Tetsun did the Donkey Konga games.
that doesn't surprise me.
Well,
And yeah,
sorry.
like hold on. I'm gonna look at the track list for Donkey Konga.
What? But while you do that, I'm gonna say what I was gonna say. If you look at these screens, like the actual gameplay screens for Donkey Konga, and look at screens for Taiko no Tetsun, it's like, yeah, these feel like the exact same fucking game. It's
Well,
just
I'm surprised. Yeah. Okay.
one you have a taiko drum, one you have bongos.
Yeah. Oh, what the? Oh wait, no, they haven't. Okay. I'm looking at the tracks list for the North American release. Uh, do you want me to read you the whole track list, like top to bottom?
You know what? Sure. Donkey Konga,
All
right?
right. Yes, the first one. Okay, so first one, All the Small Things by Blink 182.
Right.
Bingo from Williams Swords. It's a well, it's that nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
Uh, Busy Child by the Crystal Method, which Jesus, I didn't fucking know. There's a, I think this is another, this is an uncreated song, Campfire Medley. But next one is Dancing in the Street by Marfa and the Vandellas from 1964.
Neat.
There's an instrumental cover of Happy Birthday, but titled Ditties Ditties.
Oh yeah, I think that's because Happy Birthday was technically copyrighted at the time.
Yeah. There is also the DK rap on there. That's not surprising.
Yeah, that I because I own the first two Donkey Kongas. That's one that I remember being on there, the DK rap, and
Right.
I'm happy it's on there because
Okay.
it's fucking funny.
Yeah. Next one's the Donkey Konga theme. That's not unusual. Next one is Hungarian Dance number 5 in G minor
Woo!
by Johannes Brahms. And next
Woo! G
up is
minor.
yeah, is the impression that I get from the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. That is a good song. I like it. There's also next up, I Think I Love You from the Partridge Family from 1970. Uh, then next up is the fucking Kirby Right Back at Ya theme.
Oh right, that's one I actually forgot was on there. But it's like, yeah,
Yeah, it is.
that's right, that one is on there.
It makes sense. It is a Nintendo game. There's also the Legend of Zelda theme in there. Next up is Like Wow by Leslie Carter from 2001. There is the Locomotion by Little Eva from the 60s.
I hate that
Louie
I read
Louie
that
by
subtitle. I'm sorry. I hate that I read the subtitle. I have a boss fight now, and the boss is like, I will swallow your soul." I feels really dumb. I read that as "I will swallow your butt" for some reason.
right.
Really confused. Anyway, sorry.
Right. Next up is Louie Louie by Richard Berry. I'm surprised it's not the fucking version everyone else knows, which I think is from Paul Revere and the Writers.
Still.
Hold up, was it that? Actually, no. It was no from the Kingsman. That's what I meant. The cover by the Kingsman. That's the one everyone knows.
Yeah, still got Louie
But
Louie
yeah,
on there.
yeah. Next up, the Super Mario theme.
Because
No
of course.
surprises there. We got Willie Nelson's On the Road again. And next up is we have a Cuban track. I'm gonna fucking ruin the name here. Oye como va. By who is this by? Tito Puente. We have another Spanish song, Para los Romeros, by the same writer. The Pokemon theme is on there.
Like the original anime theme?
I think so. Yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes, it is. Okay. We have Right Here, Right Now by Jesus Jones. Uh, we have Rock Lobster from the B-52s.
Rock Lobster?
I know. We have Rock This Town by Stray Cats. Shining Star by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Ooh.
Sing, Sing, Sing with a Swing by Louis Prima.
Oh yeah, that's another one I remember being on there because that's one of my favorite jazz songs.
Oh, right, yeah. Next up is Stupid Cupid by Neil Sedaka from 1959. Next up is the Turkish Mark from Mozart. We Will Rock You from Queen is on there.
I mean, it's a drum game, so I understand We Will Rock You being on there.
Yeah, it makes sense. Next up is What I Like About You by the Romantics. Next up, Whip It from Devo.
Whip it,
Wild Thing.
whip it, real
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Next up, Wild Thing from the Trogs. And the last one, You Can't Hurry Love by the Supremes.
Neat.
Uh, Surprisingly, from what I'm looking here, the European version is mostly the same. There's just like more additions.
Yeah,
They
I
have
know.
99.
I know each individual. I forgot. I didn't realize the European version was mostly the same for first game, but usually the track lists are fairly are fairly different, or different enough where you would go out and get the different regional versions of the game.
Yeah, yeah, but it's like the European one just adds additional tracks. There's 99 Red Balloons. There's All Right by Supergrass. Back for Good by Take That. They have two Jam Rocky songs, Canned Heat and Cosmic Girl. They have Lady Marmalade by La Belle. I Want You Back by the Jackson 5.
Wait,
They have.
I Want You Back is
Yeah.
only in the European version?
Yes.
That's weird.
Yeah, I understand. I know. But they also have like Rainbow Cruise from Super Mario 64, also known as Rainbow Ride.
Interesting.
They have September by Earth, Wind, and Fire here. Richard the Third by Supergrass. They have the Super Smash Brothers Melee opening. And Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba as like the additions here.
Weird.
Yeah. But yeah, Japan is way different, but they have some similarities. Wait, how the fuck did Japan get fucking this better be than fucking. They got fucking La Bamba by Richie Valens on there. How did. Why wouldn't that be in the American version?
No idea.
Me neither. But they have a
It's
lot
probably
of different things.
I'm almost certain it's probably licensing. But it's
I
fun. Okay,
guess.
so if you can, look up the track list for Wii Music in comparison to Donkey
I know.
Konga, because fucking, it's sad that you have like a really good track list for Donkey Konga, and then you get to Wii Music and it's like 90% of this is just public domain shit that no one cares about.
Holy shit! Danger Believer by the Monkees.
Woo!
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because it's like it's in public domain, but yeah, it fucking sucks.
Yeah, Wii
But yeah,
Music is just fucking disappointing.
yeah. I'm surprised at the Japan set list for Donkey Konga because there's a lot of anime openings in there.
That
Like,
I'm not surprised is for the Japanese release.
yeah. Uh, there we have the Detective Conan opening theme. Well, it's a 12th one. We have the it's Galaxy Express 999. There's the theme song from there too. We got the Ainori opening theme. Well, that's a television program, but whatever. They have Strawberry Flower from the Pikmin commercial theme song, and they have
Oh,
the
I
Pokemon
know that
Advanced
song.
Generation opening theme.
Neat.
Yeah, like
But
that's part of the track list.
if I can because I need a better GameCube controller adapter than what I have, because all the one I have only works with Nintendo Switch,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks. But if I can get one that works with if I can get another one that works with PC, definitely want to play Donkey Konga on stream,
Oh my. Oh
because
my
Donkey
fucking
Konga is
god! I'm looking
fucking
at the.
amazing.
I'm looking at the set list for like the North American version of Donkey Konga 2, and immediately the first song I see is "You Don't Have to Call" by Usher.
Yeah, no, like the track list is just fucking wild, and I'm still sad that Donkey Konga 3 was exclusive. It is exclusive to Japan.
Yeah, I know. It's like again, I'm looking at it. Oh wait, All Star is in the North American version. Okay,
Yeah,
never mind. It's just
yeah. I was about to say, it's
yeah,
like I remember All Star being in my North American copy of one of them.
yeah. They have fucking Incubus. They have
Samurai
another
Jack,
song for the Crystal Method.
you have been chosen as
Yeah.
Actually,
prey
two
for our
songs for the
sacred
Crystal
hunt,
Method this time.
a tradition that has
Who is a
lasted eons.
great fucking electronic
I
music
will
act.
not be your prey
Like them.
again.
You have no choice.
You have two songs by
This
fucking
is our way
Incubus.
of life,
Okay, never mind.
for we are Inakane.
Yeah, but it's like looking back at the Japanese one, they have again more anime openings. They have Bobo's opening theme.
Yeah,
The Naruto.
Dear chap,
Yeah, they have the fucking the third ending theme for
dear chap.
Naruto. They have fucking Mobile Suit Gundam Seeds fourth opening theme. They have
Nice.
Mazinger C's opening theme. Uh, what the?
Got it.
They have fucking Pretty Cure's opening theme in here too. Okay. It's just fucking weird, dude.
No, yeah, no. The Donkey Kong is just weird fucking series.
Yeah.
I am still a bit upset, and there's a really funny Scott the Woz video on it. But one of the games that was originally meant for the Donkey Kong bongos was delayed to the Wii, and they took out the Donkey Kong bongos. Or they took out GameCube
Oh
controller
yeah.
support. And I still really wish that they kept it in.
Yeah, I understand. Wait a minute. You put fucking Jungle Boogie in the European version and not in the North American version?
Jungle Boogie, Jungle
I mean,
Boogie.
it makes sense. Why would you not put it in the fucking American version as well?
They probably just didn't. I think again, it's probably probably licensing, but also probably felt like not doing it because
Yeah.
record companies can be different between
Yeah,
countries,
understandably.
which is why the Donkey Konga games have different track lists amongst different countries.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, I'm looking at the Donkey Konga Freeze track set list, and the strangest one for me that I've seen here is it's the fucking fourth opening theme for Full Metal Alchemist.
Neat. I'm trying to remember
I don't.
which theme that would have been.
Rewrite by Asian Kung Fu Generation.
And I liked I enjoy the original Full Metal Alchemist series.
I Yeah. Okay, I forgot that was the real fucking band.
What?
Puffy Amiyumi.
Oh yeah. Hi, Puffy on Mimi.
I I only remember it from the fucking cartoon on Cartoon Network.
Are you talking about like
I forgot they were. Yeah,
the
hi Puffy Amiyumi.
Teen Titans song or?
No, they had their own show.
Oh yeah, yeah, they did have their own show.
I also know that they fucking did the fucking Teen Titans theme.
Which I think those are like the only two things I remember them from.
Yeah, the Teen Titans theme and fucking hi Puffy Amiyumi.
I liked that show growing up.
Yeah, I could see why.
And it also apparently had that show, the Hi Puffy on Mimi show, had like two fucking video games.
Oh yeah, they did. One for the Game Boy, the other one from on the DS.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that you know, a Japanese pop rock group found better, more exposure in the United States.
Yeah, even if it was temporary exposure, because I don't think anyone's heard of Hi Puppy on Mimi since the early 2000s. Although I want to say they worked on the theme song for Teen Titans Go.
I don't think they did.
It does sound like them at the very least.
Uh, I guess.
Fucking.
But yeah, I forgot they were a real fucking band.
Oh yeah. I even remember come on. I even remember their actual TV show. They would show live action segments of the real band or of the real artist.
Right.
Come on. There we go.
Yeah. So yeah. Now I'm looking at the fucking track list for Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix.
And we go from one Nintendo rhythm game to another Nintendo rhythm game.
I know, but it's mostly like it's mostly like either Mario themes or just public domain ones. The weirdest
Yeah.
one is a Stephen Foster song.
Which song?
Uh, Old Folks at Home. It's it's the official state song of Florida. Although, why the fuck did they put a minstrel song in a Mario game? I don't know.
Maybe because they thought it fit.
Yeah, I know, but
Glare,
it's a
glare,
minstrel song.
yeah, glares out at Take on Me in the fucking Mario movie, which still fucking pissed me off. That.
No, this is.
Sorry, go ahead.
Here's the thing. This is fucking worse than Take on Me in the fucking Mario movie. You know what Stephen Foster? Do you know who Stephen Foster was as a composer?
Not off the top of my head, and I'm
Do you
dreading.
know what a min? Do you know
Yes,
what
I
a
know.
minstrel
I know
show
what a
is?
minstrel show is.
Yes, many of the songs that Stephen Foster made were used in blackface minstrel shows.
Yikes.
Yes.
Um, but I know. I'm gonna fucking die again. I just know it. Oh, I have. I should probably. Keep forgetting to fucking upgrade Jack. I have all these abilities that I can upgrade, but no, I'm just fucking keep going on because that's the smart thing to do. But Take on Me in the Mario movie pisses me off, not because I think it's a bad song or even that they added pop songs when they didn't need to add pop songs. It- that
It just doesn't
specific.
fit.
Well, it's not even that it doesn't fit. They had another song planned.
Yeah,
That's
I think
on
we've
the
talked about this before.
yeah, but it's like on the actual soundtrack. They have a song that was originally supposed to be there, and they said, and I guess like fucking either Universal or Illumination's like, no, we have to have a pop song here. It's like, but we already have another song. Nope, Take on Me. It's
Right.
like fucking it. It would have been one thing. I mean, I still would have been upset if they just had Take on Me because yeah, it doesn't fit
Better
that
be
scene.
watching out, laddie.
But
Yeah.
it it's bad enough that they have Take on Me because it doesn't fit. But for me, it's worse that they had another song and that song is on the soundtrack. And
Yeah.
the other song is actually good. It actually because Take on Me is playing when they enter the Kong Kingdom. The song that they originally had has like tones of the Donkey Kong Country theme. And it's like holy shit, this feels like it would have worked much better. But no, I gotta go with the pop song.
Right. Yeah.
I am just for as much pop songs as they had, I'm happy that they only had like four to my knowledge,
Samurai Jack is in the house.
and they like it's not as egregious as other animated movies that just shoehorn 50 fucking pop songs in there because they can.
Right.
I mean, it's still annoying because they even had they had actual composers from Nintendo. I think they had like Koji Kondo work on the soundtrack of that film. Um, but they still, some reason, think it's a good idea to have fucking pop songs. And
Yeah, I understand.
outside of the pop songs, the soundtrack for that movie is a actually good Mario soundtrack.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If you want to use like real songs in like movies or shows, you better give them like context within like the show or the movie. Like what's the context for these songs playing here?
Yeah,
Like I understand if the song is there, it's like, oh, this is a fucking cool song and it fits the mood. Well, it's like I like it when shows find a way to like put the music in the fucking universe.
oh yeah, no, if you and I think that's what drives me nuts with a lot of animated movies just shoehorning pop songs in because it's very clear that they're doing it because pop. Like I fucking hate the Trolls movies
Yeah,
for that.
I understand. I know. Honestly, like the best example I can think of when we're talking about popular music in things with good context, it would have to be like the BioShock games because they fit. All three games have popular music in them, but they're all fitting within the context of
But
like,
Bioshock and Fallout.
yeah, BioShock and Fallout. But yeah, but I know BioShock Infinite is like a piece of shit game, but I really like the context they put it in with like the popular music that's in there.
You're the only
Like
person I've
for
heard
example,
say Bioshock Infinite is a piece of shit game.
well, comparing it to the other games, yes, and what we could have gotten, yeah. But anyway, I do like the context of some of the music in the game in terms of popular music. Because do you remember the scene on essentially the artificial beach, and you hear the calliope organ, playing out "Girls Just Want to Have Fun."
No, but to be fair, I haven't actually played a whole lot of Bioshock Infinite.
Okay, right. I'll show you the scene later afterwards. But essentially in the game, uh, one of the top people in Colombia, I can't remember his full name, but his last name is Fink. Uh, he essentially, by the use of tears, which go to different places in time, he essentially went for these tears, heard the music that's coming out of them, and just stole the music from different points in time because he's a fucking hack fraud.
That sounds about right.
Because he,
Um,
yeah, he doesn't have original ideas. He just steals them from other points in time and claims them as his own, including music.
yeah, that sounds about right. Off topic, but can you check the check the Discord real quick and specifically the voice channel? I think this is the image I was telling you about where Jack just holds a larger gun.
Oh right, yeah, I see it. Nice.
I'm half tempted to make that the thumbnail, but the downside is I got
I
all the
mean,
text in the way.
yeah, you should.
Well, I have all the text in the way, and that's the only thing that's kind of stopping me. But I'm at least gonna take a picture of it because it's fucking funny. Like it's one of my favorite things of this game is just the different fucking hang on. There we go.
Right.
It's hard to aim for those fucking things. Forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about Bioshock Infinite and the
Oh yeah.
music.
Um,
Like it's fucking weird.
I
It's like, but I like it because it fits within the world, and there's story to that.
yeah,
Like, why is
I
this?
like I like the idea that it's some guy going through time and stealing music. Like that's actually kind of funny. Well,
Yeah,
funny
it's like,
funny.
why is this flying barbershop quartet when it's supposed to be in the fucking, like, shit, 1912, like the 1910s? Why are they singing God Only Knows from the Beach Boys, which came out in 1966? Well, it's because Fink fucking stole the music and published it as his own. Like, yeah, they also put fucking, like, there's God Only Knows, there's Girls Just Want to Have Fun, there's Tainted Love, Fortunate Son,
Oh, fuck.
Shiny Happy People, uh, and everybody wants to rule the world that you can hear in the game, but they're in, like, covers, like anachronistic covers, you know?
Speaking of everybody wants to rule the world. I think I remember, um, one of the Powerpuff Girls episodes had Mojo Jojo sing that. Like sing a
Right? Yeah.
rendition of it, and it's like, man, this is so fucking weird, but I'm all for it because it's at least funny. Well,
Yeah.
and it's kind of
Understandable.
it's kind of like Mojo Jojo is just fed up with with all the bullshit that's been happening.
You
Um,
know, Devo made a fucking song for the Powerpuff Girls.
it was I think I know exactly which song it is, and I love that. If it's the song I'm thinking of,
Yeah.
I love that song. It's
Go Monkey Go.
yeah. Oh, I love that song. Like it's so fucking catchy.
Yeah.
I remember around that time, like early 2000s, they had a lot of singers do a lot of artists do songs for Cartoon Network shows. There was a fucking rap song for Dexter's Lab,
Yeah. I
which
remember that song.
I know there was like a Kellogg's promotion that actually had um
Okay, technically there were two rap songs for Dexter's Lab. There's Secret Formula, but there's also Dexter What Is Name by Coolio.
the one I remember is
Secret Formula?
it might be Secret Formula. I remember it's the one that where it's like not like oh back to the lab again, not
That's
again.
Secret Formula.
That is Secret Formula. Okay.
Yeah, and it's made by Will I Am.
I like that. I really like that one. Um,
Yeah. But
I
the one
I
I
like those
like,
songs. Those are good songs.
yeah, yeah, but I do like the soul coughing ones, which is circles and rolling. They're used in two groovies. I
Oh
need to
yeah,
find.
that's what they were called, groovies.
Yeah, they were called Cartoon Network groovies. Yeah, like there's fucking. Hmm. Wait, no, they're fucking free. No, wait. No, there is one called Back to the Lab. I'm sorry, it's not Secret Formula. It's just called Back to the Lab
Oh,
by Prince Paul. Uh, yeah, so there's free rap songs dedicated to Dexter's Laboratory.
I think I do remember Secret Formula though.
Yeah, it's like yeah, there's fucking. Let's see here. There's also fucking oh, Buttercup. I'm a Supergirl by Shonen Knife, a Japanese pop punk group
So sure.
from Osaka.
Neat.
Yeah. We also got two They Might Be Giants songs, Cars the Calorie Dog and Dee Dee and Dexter. Uh, the Reverend Horton Heat made the song Hey Johnny Bravo.
I was gonna ask if there was a Johnny Bravo one.
Yeah. Uh, there's there's a Jabberjaw one made by a band called Pain, which I think they're a ska band.
Yeah, I think the Jabberjaw one a lot of people know mostly because they would just play constantly on Boomerang.
I know, and it's still fucking it works. I like it. Let's see who's also on there. Hmm. I never heard. There's the Yogi Bear one by High School Jim. Just Jim, that Jim.
Hmm.
Uh, apparently there's. I haven't heard this one. There's one that's. Oh, I think it's just a music video for this band called Sugar Ray. It's called When It's Over, and it's just apparently that song. But it's a music video depicting the band in the style of various different, such as the Jetsons and George of the Jungle.
Oh my gosh, that just reminded me of the Georgia Jones TV series. It's like, man, that was a
Like
TV
the old
series.
The old one from '67, not the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everyone fucking knows and remembers like My Best Friend Plank and The Incredible Shrinking Day. I think that's what the ones everyone remembers the most.
I remember I don't remember the song itself, but I do remember Incredible Shrinking Day. For
Yeah.
like the visuals. My friend Plank, I think everyone remembers because it's just a catchy song. But they would I remember around the time that they would do the groovies, they would show that one a lot.
Yeah, I know.
I think even when they stopped doing groovies, they would still show My Friend Plank because it was just popular bumper.
Yeah, it was really good. It's like a yeah. The thing is, with The Incredible Shrinking Day, it was made by two guys. Some people like to say it's from They Might Be Giants, but no, it's two different people. Uh, two guys named Garrett Friedrich and Stuart Hill. Yeah. Apparently, there's an acoustic cover of the song released in 2020 about it,
Neat.
made by Garrett. Just to prove himself that
Just to
yeah,
prove
he
it was
did.
him.
Yeah, just to prove it was him, because everyone would like to attribute it that they might be giants. Which,
Yeah.
yeah, it does sound like a They Might Be Giants song, but it's not.
Which that saddens me. Like people like your song is really popular, but people keep attributing it to a different artist. Like I kind of feel sorry
I
for
mean,
the guy.
yeah, it's like people like confuse the Disney theme as being from the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, which due to like just similarities between the songs, but no, it was made by an original composer. It's like I've learned that out like months ago, but yeah. But it's like yeah, it's like th- there are many songs that sound similar to each other.
Stay here any
Uh,
longer.
that's because there could be reasons for this. Either they don't know, or they're taking inspiration from, or they're taking samples and stuff from it.
Yeah.
I mean, a very good example could be in professional wrestling, if you want to do that again. Uh,
Oh boy,
because there are
it's
many,
time for another daily section of Phantom Talks about wrestling again.
yeah, because I know, because there are many songs that are used as entrance themes that sound very similar to popular music.
Yeah.
It's like and it makes sense if it could fit them. Uh, like if you like one of the famous ones that I know of is uh one of the wrestler Big Boss Man's theme in the WWF Hard Times. It sounds a lot like Black or White, at least the remix of that song.
Yeah. Um. Well, and I know it reminds me of the whole situation with the most mysterious songs on the internet, like just different songs that people have heard but can't figure out where they've come from. Um,
Yeah.
and there's a ton of songs that it's why I said it, because I know there are different songs that have the name most mysterious song on the internet that because people have been trying to find it and they keep attributing it to like different bands or different artists. Um, but there's a lot of interesting like that whole category in general is just interesting to me. Um,
Yeah, I know. I like looking at like well, okay, on TV tropes it's called suspiciously similar song, but if you want a fun fact, that trope was originally called the Jimmy Hart version.
the Jimmy Hart version,
Yeah,
which
because
makes sense.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart, also known as the Mouth of the South, also known as the one of the best professional wrestling managers and promoters. Uh, yeah, he used to compose some of these songs, and I think in I think it was in WCW. I can't remember, but yeah, it's a he would also compose songs, and they would be similar to other songs you can hear out there. Or I think he also made it for the fucking
What all needs to be
WWE
you?
as well.
He's gotta be in the
Uh,
city.
but yeah, but then again,
That poster
it's not
just
that
about as close
professional
as we're ever
wrestling
gonna
like
get to finding the
just likes to
samurai.
rip off songs from different composers. They do make their own original
No
compositions,
wonder I divorced you.
Yeah,
or they simply like get the license to a song.
I love. I'm sorry, to interrupt, but I want to bring this up. I love so um they had a wanted poster for Jack, and the original wanted poster said the original wanted poster from the
Um,
series was most dangerous man on the planet. Wanted most dangerous man on the planet has a picture of Jack, and then underneath, sometimes with a hat. They the image they showed here was also maybe a beard, and it's just Jack from season 5.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna use if I can get a decent because I saved a video clip. I wasn't able to get a picture in time, but I might use that for the thumbnail tonight.
Right.
I just um it just looks funny.
Hmm.
But yeah, back to what you're saying with the Jimmy Hart version.
Right. Yeah. There's like always. It's like I always like listening to wrestling themes because they're always trying to make them, fit the wrestler. Or if not, they'll get like a licensed track that does fit.
Yeah, and I think one of the weirder ones, I need to look up and try and confirm this, but I vaguely
Yeah.
remember an I Fight Dragon song being used as a wrestler's opener, and I can't remember. I think the song itself was "Money" by I Fight Dragons, and it was so weird to me because I always thought of I Fight Dragons as a more lesser known band, so it was kind of weird to see it. All right, hang on, but
I think I could find out. Like, give me a moment.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is money.
Yeah, Money by I Fight
But
Dragons?
yeah, it was for the 2011 Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Oh, that makes a little more sense. It's still
Yeah.
weird to me to see an I Fight Dragon song like that. Um because I Fight Dragon still feels like a lesser known band to me, and then I'll hear their music in some place I never expect. I mean, they did the music I Fight Dragons did the theme song to the ABC sitcom The Goldbergs.
Right.
Which I'm really sad that for the longest time we didn't have a full version of that, and the only part of the song that we had was we had the full lyrics, but we had the full lyrics of the song, but the only audio that we had for the longest time was like the 5 minute segment that they used as a theme song for the Goldbergs. Because they literally
Oh
only used
yeah.
like 5 seconds of that song. And then they released a soundtrack of different songs from Goldberg's, and they have the full version of that song on there. Which, for the record, the song is called Rewind, and I really like it. I mean, I've Fight Dragons is one of my favorite bands of all time, but the full song is really good. They also did a cover of the theme song to I'm gonna have to look this up. I can't remember the name of it because I have a copy of the song. Fans were able to find it. Um, but I want to say it was Perfect Strangers.
Possibly.
Yeah, it was. They did a cover of Perfect Strangers. And they've done covers before. Um, I think one that's interesting is they did a cover of a Beatles song, which is "And Your Bird Can Sing,"
Yeah.
which I really like the I Fight Dragons cover of that. It's a good song.
Right.
Um, but it's interesting to me because like I Fight Dragons still feels like a more indie band.
Yeah.
So I'll see them show up and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, I didn't realize they were popular enough for that.
I mean, yeah. It's always weird. Like, to me, it's weird. Like when I hear a song that's from a video game appear in different media for some reason. It's like I fucking heard. God, I think one of the songs from one of the Command and Conquer series like appeared on Top Gear for some reason.
American Top Gear or UK Top Gear?
UK.
Ah, so good Top Gear. Got
Yeah, yeah, the good Top
it.
Gear. Okay, they used Hell March apparently, which makes sense.
I mean, if it fits, it fits.
Yeah, it was only like during I found a clip of it. It, they're using it to show fucking fuck. Yeah, it's Richard driving a Dodge Challenger SRT. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I love I miss the original the original host. I know they ended up going to Amazon doing the grand
Yeah.
tour on Amazon. Which there's a running gag in that where they have this celebrity challenge where they try and get celebrities in and have them do a
Oh,
challenge
yeah, I know.
and and like every time it's just fucking something happens. I
Oh yeah.
I think my favorite one is my favorite version of that is when they had they one of the backup celebrities was like Simon Pegg, and they just had him, and he accidentally just fucking walks off a bridge while eating ice cream. I
Oh yeah.
was like, man, I honestly think the joke, like they didn't actually have a challenge, and the joke is that they just wanted celebrities, so they had so instead of having an actual challenge, they just like fuck it, just gonna have celebrities do whatever, have celebrities. Uh, anyway, um, but yeah, no, it's weird to hear. I mean, I like one song that I know shows up a lot is the fucking Tetris theme, but that's one that I've gotten used to hearing in popular media.
Well,
That's like,
yeah, because it's an original composition that Tetris used, so
yeah,
it makes sense. But yeah, everyone knows it from Tetris now, and so yeah, everyone's gonna make that connection. But it's like the other weird things I hear is like I used to play an RTS game back then called Empire Earth, if you ever heard of it.
I that sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, and it's like some of the music from the first game appears in documentaries and stuff, and I'm like, I hear it's like, wait a minute, that's a song from Empire Earth.
Why the fuck are they using Empire Earth?
I mean, it's a great soundtrack.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's more classical, but it's really good music. Ugh.
yeah. I mean, it's like I said, if it works, it works.
Yeah, if it
Like
fucking works.
I can't complain too much about if they use a song and it works, and it works or fits with a scene, I'm not too upset.
Yeah, it's like a good example I think is the track listings for many of the Need for Speed games.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, especially like if it fits the tone of the game, like the original Most Wanted, because it's mostly rock, metal, and you know hard rap.
yeah,
And it's like it makes sense since you're in like it's a gritty city, like the sun is almost down, and it's like it's just more darker. And of course they're gonna put in like metal music in there.
yeah.
It's like I still think Most Wanted has like the best licensed soundtrack out of any of the other fucking games.
Oh yeah. Um. Well, and I also feel like this is mostly just me, but I feel like even like early Tony Hawk games have had some pretty good
Yeah,
um
exactly. And
soundtracks.
it makes sense because many of these songs were also used in skate videos
Oh yeah,
at the time. Like, yeah, I mean, some people are confused on why Ring of Fire isn't a fucking Tony Hawk game or Frank Sinatra. Uh, but yeah, many skate videos would use different songs. Some are from ska, some of them for fucking some metal, some more rap. But yeah, some even use music from like the '60s in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense because the soundtrack is being, if it fits a skate video, then it's gonna fit a Tony Hawk game.
Yeah.
Which goes the same for like the Skate series, because they also have they have music that does fit skating videos.
Yeah, and that's what I
Yeah,
like. Like if
ready.
you're gonna be if you're gonna try and recreate that culture and you want music to recreate culture, use music that that skaters actually use in their skating
Yeah,
videos.
exactly. Mm. It's like, but yeah, but sometimes it's like it can be fucking weird
Right.
at times, like it depending on which game it is. Because I do remember Call of Duty Black Ops having an Eminem song in it, or like it was in a trailer, and it's like this is a game set in the '60s, and you're using Eminem.
Yeah.
But then again, this was made in like early 2010s, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I think one of the weirder ones is still fucking it wasn't a video game, but it was a video game movie. The original Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. For some fucking reason, some executives thought it was because Sonic is a '90s character. Let's use fucking Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
It
it
would have
does
been
not fit with the character.
like just put fucking Crush 40 in there, you know?
Well, and that's I've enjoyed the Sonic movies. That's still something that pisses me off about the Sonic movies is that they just have not used actual video game music. Um,
Yeah.
and it's less of a that they haven't used it and more for their excuse for not using it. Because their reasoning is they couldn't find a good place to fit the video game music, and I'm sitting there thinking, fuck it, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
Like I want for the third Sonic movie, because the third Sonic movie very clearly is going to take cues from Sonic Adventure 2. I want, even if it's not the original version, have like a fucking orchestral version of Live and Learn in that movie, and I would be happy.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Hell, I like even if it's not for the big final fight, and just having an orchestral version of Live and Learn on the soundtrack would make me happy because like that is still one of my favorite Sonic songs.
Oh yeah.
That in his world, like is his world kind of saddens me because it's from Sonic 06, but it's like man, his world is like legit, and both versions of his world because there's one from Crush 40 and then there's one I wish I remember the other band who did it. But there's one from two different bands.
Right.
And both versions have different lyrics.
Yeah. Got it. Now I'm remembering Stubbs the Zombie and Rebel Without a Pulse because it
Oh,
also
that
has a
was good.
great soundtrack.
That was a game.
We can still play
I
it.
yeah, and I need to play it. I need to because I
I
remember actually being excited for that one.
Yeah, I fucking love that it uses the same engine from Halo Combat Evolved.
Really?
I just, yeah, yeah, they do.
I know that got
It's like,
I know that got remastered fairly
yeah,
recently. I need
it
to see
did
if
get remastered.
I need to see if the remaster's any good.
Yeah, but the soundtrack is good, because, well, they're covers of 50s and 60s era songs,
Yeah.
made by alternative rock artists. Like, like, you got fucking the Flaming Lips, singing "If I Only Had a Brain." Uh, there's Cake that sings "Strangers in the Night." The Ravenettes sing "My Boyfriend's Back," and there's fucking another example here. Um, shit, what was that song? Fucking Rose Hill Drive singing "Shaking All Over." And it's
They
like
got some good,
I think it's yeah,
rockabilly in there.
yeah, they do. It's like it's a really good soundtrack. Like I really do love the Flaming Lips version of If I Only Had a Brain
Yeah.
because it's just weird.
Well, and that's another thing. Like having songs where it's like, man, I like this song, but I like this cover done by this band slightly more than the
Yeah.
original. Um, and and I think that's one of the weirdest feelings to me is liking a cover more than the original song.
Oh yeah.
And well, and I think one of the few examples that's happened to me is listening to musicals and like film adaptations of musicals where it's very clear they don't have the original cast of the like broad from the Broadway production
Oh
or
yeah.
something. And they'll bring in but they'll have like the movie cast. Um I remember feeling that way for the longest time with Sweeney Todd. Like I loved the Broadway soundtrack and I loved the movie soundtrack, but there were some songs that I actually preferred the movie version over
Yeah.
because I just liked the delivery uh of how they did in the movie. Um I have actually changed my opinion on that though. I actually like the Broadway musical soundtrack much more, but it's that was a
Oh
good
yeah.
movie adaptation of the Broadway musical.
Oh yeah.
I think one of the few times I remember a Broadway musical actually getting the original cast back to do it was Rent. I know
Right.
it's
Yeah.
I know it's happened it has happened a couple times since then, but and I still need to see Rent. I think I watched like half of that movie. Um and I didn't hate it. I liked what I saw. I just never actually finished
Yeah.
it. And I have it on Blu-ray, which is another thing that there are a lot of movies that I have copies of that I just have not seen, or at least not seen all the way through. There's that. I still haven't seen all of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
Ah, right.
and that one's. I have fucking Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon, and I haven't seen that one. Like I don't know what's wrong what's wrong with me on that front. But I have just a decent chunk of movies that I keep forgetting to actually. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, no, it's more than one.
Oh no.
Look at the Discord real quick.
I'm coming. What do we got? Oh.
You actually missed it. So the bottle on the right that's floating actually started hovering up.
Well, I'm seeing the bottles up on the ceiling right now. So
Yeah, but you I think I missed it like actually float up to the ceiling.
Oh damn.
So this is the wanted poster.
Yeah.
But yeah, wanted most dangerous man on planet. Sometimes in hat or maybe a beard.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this is that image right there. That's gonna be a thumbnail.
Okay.
But I love that. I want a copy of that poster. It's taken
Yeah.
in my room. Well, and specifically with the taped and maybe a beard, like taped to the bottom of it. I know limited run games because this was a digital only game for a while, and then limited run games did a physical release.
Yeah.
In fact, I actually have what I'm playing is a physical release for the Switch. But they had like a limited edition version of the physical release. where
Right.
that limited edition I wish I could have gotten because it has a letter opener version of Jack's katana.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, it has a lot of really cool bonuses, but like it's mostly because of Jack's katana. Because like that is one hell of a collectible.
Yeah.
Well, and I think I mentioned before, Limited Run Games did Jack and Daxter on PS4, and the limited editions of those had memory card USBs.
Right.
Like and Limited Run Games has been getting a lot of shit now for honestly for a few good reasons.
Yeah.
They've been doing a lot of stupid shit. It's been over a year and I'm still waiting for my copy of fucking Sam and Max season 2 on Switch.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I mean, I ended up getting that game digitally before I bought it from Limited Run Games. I just wanted the physical copy, but I'm still pissed that it's been over a year and I still haven't heard anything from that.
Right. I understand.
But they do some good collector's editions for their some good collector's editions for digital only. I mean, I have the one special collector's edition that I have from them that I spent extra to get it over the standard edition is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World the game.
Yeah.
Because I think I spent extra getting the $60 version, and the $60 version, which I have on the shelf right here, comes with first off has this big thick box reminiscent of like a Neo Geo or a Genesis box, like I want to say Neo Geo, um, but
Right.
it comes with a physical copy of the game, of course, which almost every physical copy that they've released also comes with a nice full color manual, which always makes me happy. A
Yeah.
copy of the soundtrack on CD, a sticker sheet, and a full color map of the world. But I like the sticker sheet. I think is supposed to be intended to use for the map. I choose not to. Oh, and a ticket for a fake ticket for Clash at Demon Head.
Yeah.
But it is a really fucking good collector's edition. I'm happy I spent the extra to get it. Hell, I'm happy I spent the extra to get it mostly for the soundtrack because I like it when video game companies actually release their uh release physical physical soundtrack releases, or hell, even if it's digital only. Like I'm happy when video game companies actually will release their soundtracks.
Right.
And I'm still sad that a lot of Nintendo games have really good soundtracks. Don't do that.
Well, that's what the internet is for, honestly.
Yeah, but then Nintendo gets mad at you for downloading their soundtracks illegally. It's like, dude, if you're gonna get upset at me for downloading your soundtrack illegally, then release your soundtrack officially.
Yeah.
Fucking
Exactly.
piece of shit. I know around the 3DS, Wii U, if you were a Club Nintendo member, if you were a Club Nintendo member and you had both Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U, and you registered them on Club Nintendo, you actually got a soundtrack for both games
Uh.
for free. But you also got
I.
the Mewtwo DLC. You also got the Mewtwo DLC for free, and I think Club Nintendo members also got the DLC early. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while. I mean, that was back like 2013, I want to say.
Right.
It also saddened me because I was one of the only I was one of my only friends that actually had a Wii U at the time. So
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty much the only one who actually got got all the bonus stuff that they had for the game for free.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. Well, and I know I know a decent chunk of my friends because when it comes to me, when it's a fighting game, I like spending extra money to get all the DLC characters so that I can say yes, I have a full roster.
Yeah.
Um, like even if there's characters that I don't care about, I just want a full roster to have a full roster.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I know a lot of my friends would get like oh, I'm only interested in Bayonetta, so I'm just gonna get Bayonetta as a DLC character.
Right.
Um, I'm only interested in Cloud, so I'll get Cloud as a DLC. But stuff like that, which I get.
Yeah.
And I'm happy at least with Smash Brothers. With Smash Brothers, if you don't have a DLC fighter, um, I think like one of the best examples is if you don't have a DLC fighter, you can still get like their amiibo and use them in game. You personally cannot play as them,
Right.
which is nice. But if your friend has a DLC fighter and you don't, and you want to play with your friend can still choose that fighter and choose that fighter to play as. So it's not just a um, it's not just a you're not only are you limited, your friend is also limited. And I'm
Right.
and I'm really happy about that. I don't know if any other fighting games do that because I don't really like the only fighting game I really play with friends is like Smash Brothers. Um,
Yeah.
but I assume something like Mortal Kombat would do something similar. Like say you're playing online you have one of the DLC fighters but your friend doesn't. Um, I would assume it would allow you to still play as that fight
Yeah.
because they still update like they still update the games. Fuck. Oh, that was weird. That was a weird deaf screen.
Uh, yeah.
Um, keep fucking dying to the same part, and it keeps telling me, "Hey, you can change the difficulty level." I don't want to change the difficulty level.
Oh, is it telling you to fucking get good?
Not yet. I fear, I fear for what would happen if I eventually play fucking Dark Souls on stream.
Ooh, those are fluffy.
What are you looking at?
Chickens.
Oh,
I'll 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 show the fucking. It'll be in the pet and animal pics section, but those are fluffy chickens.
right. The council is deliberating.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are some fluffy chickens.
Yeah.
No, I sorry. I scroll up and like the last image anyone posted was me posting a picture of my pup.
Yeah. Cute dog.
Yeah, and I'm definitely happy that after being fairly sick for a week, like he is definitely feeling better.
That's good.
Well, and we because while he was feeling sick, we hadn't been taking him out. And when we started taking him out for walks, I kind of I wouldn't take him on as long a walk as I normally would, because we didn't know if he would like taking him out he would start feeling
Right. Yeah.
weak. But he has definitely been feeling better. and more
Which is
important,
good.
yeah, and more importantly, it was train of thought. More importantly, he is also he is basically back to his regular self. I mean, he's still he'll still be coughing here or there, but it's not anything major.
Oh yeah.
Like but it's like it's one of those. Yeah, you can tell there's still like still gunk in his system, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
By the way, this is actually the first I've gotten this in this game.
Oh, nice.
Where we are now. So yeah, I think
Right.
when I played, I made it to this Aku City as it's called. Um, but that's the this is the furthest I've gotten, and I keep fucking dying to a certain set of enemies.
Yeah.
I've upgraded Jack. Don't worry, I remember to upgrade Jack, so hopefully we'll get past him this time.
Yeah, that's good.
He says, knowing full well he's probably going to die again because of his reckless stupidity.
Oh yeah.
As do. Hey, it could be worse. It could be my fucking Mega Man playthrough where I use the fucking rewind feature because of fucking reckless.
Oh yeah.
Although to be fair, it's kind of a yeah. I've got the rewind feature. I'm gonna use the rewind feature. And it wasn't if I remember correctly, I didn't use the rewind feature like I wasn't using the rewind feature constantly. It was more just using it as sparingly as I felt I could,
Yeah.
so that it didn't feel like I was just basically cheating. Um,
Mhm.
but no, I think that playthrough went fairly well. I'm also just happy that playing through the first Mega Man game like that it is a short enough game that if I know what I'm doing, I can like that in and of itself is a session.
Right.
Um, and I need to that's a series I need to get back to just in general because I would love to. It's more of a if I do Mega Man, I like doing it as like one-off streams every once in a while. I don't want to do like one game one right after the other because I know eventually I'm gonna just
Yeah.
get burned out. But but I definitely liked it, and
Also.
I'm happy I have like I have a decent chunk of the Mega Man games on my Switch.
Yeah. Also, I posted a new video in the Pet Picks channel.
Okay. Depending on how fucking long it takes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, I'm more the posters. Posters. Hang on. Let me look at the. Oh my gosh, that cat.
I know.
But I also love the image above it, just the fucking them
Oh
pretty.
yeah, I know.
All right. Anyway, but looking
I'm
at
gonna
the
be a
post,
horrible father because of you fucks.
yeah. Um, looking at the wall, looking at the wall right now is just fucking different,
Yeah.
different. Say right, Jack. Those. Um, I think there's a fucking wrestling match set up between the fucking apes from one
Oh.
episode. Aku's setting up an acting course. Good for him.
Yeah.
Uh, The Stinking Hole. Cheap food, cheap drinks, cheap people.
Yeah.
Ooh, archery classes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just so I noticed those posters. I noticed those posters. I want to take a look at them.
Yeah.
Oh, the Stinking Hole poster actually says on the bottom. So it's the Stinking Hole, cheap food, cheap drinks, cheap people, and underneath, at the very bottom right, it says we have fans.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, attempt another number 5. If I keep throwing shurikens at them, they'll leave me alone.
Yeah.
It is sad how well this is working.
Yeah.
Yeah, this just looks fucking funny.
Nice.
There we go. Got rid of 4 fucking bounty hunters that were chasing Jack.
Oh, nice.
They won't stop leaving me alone. All right, well, what are you gonna do about it? I'm just gonna keep throwing fucking shurikens out.
Right.
Hope they leave. Oh god, there's more.
You have proven yourself samurai and earned the right to be free.
Oh right,
After
I
leading
remember
us
this
on
episode
such a
now.
noble hunt,
I'm surprised I got through this entire
you
level
have the
without
respect
and forgot about the episode.
of
That's like, oh,
Iwatani.
that's right.
Yeah.
They just fucking leave him alone after they chase him through the entire fucking city.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
And then there's the other bounty hunters that were after Jack.
Right.
What did I tell you?
My Zaku gonna be happy.
Now we're on a train. I'm wanting to end the stream, but it's like, I just want to get to the like chapter end sequence. At this point, I'm
Right.
just
Yeah.
yeah. Only going for another 2 fucking hours because I keep dying or something.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no. If I die, if I end up dying before we get to the chapter end screen, I'm probably just gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Continue where I left off.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I'm definitely enjoying playing through this game though, because
That's
it,
good.
it's a genuinely good Samurai Jack game. That being said, outside of the Game Boy Advance game, which I only really tried a little bit of, I never played the PlayStation 2 Samurai Jack game, which I do want to try one of these days. Probably gonna try on like either try on an emulator or see if I can hunt down a copy just to say I have it.
Oh, you know what you should play?
What?
The fucking GameCube and then Eddie game. Or the Game Boy Advance
Oh
one.
yeah, the Misadventures.
Yeah.
We're gonna play. I'm just gonna end up playing a lot of fucking Cartoon Network games this month. Like it's still considered the licensed game hell, but it's gonna be fucking. We're here. we decided to basically just do Cartoon Network games.
Oh yeah, I saw a speedrun of the Best Adventures once. It was pretty neat.
I remember being really fucking excited for that game. And then realizing that I didn't have a GameCube or anything that I could play it on.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I think it was on other consoles too.
it was on, yeah, it was on other consoles.
So
The only console I had at the time was Game Boy Advance.
Oh, well, you could get the Game Boy Advance version of it.
I could have, I didn't, but I could have.
Yeah.
I do have a friend who does have that, who does have the Game Boy
Right.
Advance version though.
I
Um,
used to have the Game Boy Advance version, but I lost it somewhere.
yeah. But
I my
it's got, sorry, sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
my theory is that I lost my version when at a hotel. So if anyone has a copy of the Misadventures that they found in a hotel, that was mine.
Yeah. There's only one copy that was ever lost in the hotel, and it's Phantoms. He would like it
Yeah,
back,
it's
please.
mine.
He would like it back, please.
At this point, I could just emulate the game. I don't want it back. Thank you.
Well, if he doesn't want it back, I'll take it. Jokes aside, I hate when that happens. I actually
Oh
remember
yeah.
when I went to Disney World, I thought I lost my Game Boy Advance, only to find out that it was just under my bed for like a week.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, it really drove me nuts. Which didn't matter that much because I think about I think at the end of that year around Christmas I ended up getting a DS. So
Oh yeah, the DS. I had a DSi.
I had like two DS Lites. One because I don't know what happened to my first DS Lite, but I know my second one broke, and it was the
Yeah.
Diamond and Pearl limited edition one with Palkia and Dialga on the actual system itself, which was funny because I didn't have Pokemon. I didn't have
Oh,
Pokemon at that time,
okay.
but I had the limited edition DS. It also came with an episode of the. It came with the
You
Pokemon
chipmunk.
Mystery Dungeon special that they did on TV on DVD.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool. Um, but I ended up giving that DVD to a friend. I remember that. But it also came with like a carrying case, and I think carrying case ended up like the zipper on the carrying case broke, but it would hold like 3 games. Anyway, um, but when the Pokemon DS broke,
After
uh,
you.
I ended up one of my sisters had DS Lites, and
After
they would
you.
almost never fucking play them, so I just took one of theirs.
Oh, nice.
Which is also where the Game Boy Color I own came from. Um, it is still it's one of theirs that they had as kids that they never played,
After you.
and I just kind of kept. I'm happy I still have that one.
Yeah.
But I also had I had a DSi. I remember losing it in one of the moves, and it really saddened me.
Right.
A friend of mine gave me his original model DS. Lost that in the same move I lost the DSi, because I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it before we moved.
Yeah.
Which really saddened me because I think the original model DS had a copy of Pokemon Zero, not Pokemon, Mega Man Zero 2 that a friend of mine gave me.
Yeah.
So I end up losing that copy of Pokemon, fucking Mega Man Zero. And I'm more
Yeah.
upset about that. I'm more upset about losing a copy of Pokemon, Mega Man Zero. I keep saying Pokemon, I don't know why. Yeah. More upset about losing that copy of Mega Man Zero than I am the DS. But I also had I had a 3DS, a blue 3DS. Then I got a 3DS XL, a new 3DS XL, I should say. Which I still have. Um, I think my original blue 2DS ended up breaking. I still have the parts to it, but it ended up breaking. And then a friend of mine, I think Walker actually gave me his new 2DS, which I still have, and another friend of mine, um, gave me his black original 3DS.
Yeah.
I do
Cool.
not I do not currently have the black 3DS, but it's because I let the same friend who has the copy of the Edda and Eddie game on Game Boy Advance. I let him borrow the black 3DS so that he could try, because he wanted to try the Zelda games on 3DS, and I let him borrow the 3DS so he can do that.
Oh, okay.
Well, and I mean, like, the Zelda games on 3DS are basically just the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask remake, and what else is there? And
That all you got?
Link Between Worlds, which was the sequel to Link to the Past.
Yeah.
I mean, they're good. They're good Zelda games. The Majora's Mask remake is questionable because I know people. I know there are people who weren't pleased with that remake. Although there is a better version of it. There's a fan mod for that actually makes it better, called Project Restoration, and I actually recommend people, if uh, if they have either on an emulator or on a modded 3DS, um, if you want to play Majora's Mask 3D, play Restoration,
Oh, okay.
because it's basically the best version of Majora's Mask. Well,
Right.
not altogether. I still think the original N64 version is better, but it's the best way to experience the 3D version, which I do have. I do have that mod installed on like all my DSs. So actually, my friend who's borrowing my DS, borrowing the black DS, like that's the version he's gonna get a chance to experience.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but I died, and it's after 9, so
Yeah. Okay. End stream.
yeah. You have anything to say before I end?
No, I do not.
All right. Trying to find a fucking.
It's a gourd, bitch.
There
Alright.
you go.
Anyway, but yeah. So, kind of obvious. We will see you guys tomorrow for more Samurai Jack and more whatever conversation we end up having.
Right.
I mean, at least we're having a conversation. It's better than fucking like can't speak of anything. So we start fucking reading about trains. Which, I mean, it was
Yeah.
I was still excited about what you were reading. It's just still like fucking. That will never not be funny
Oh
to me.
yeah. Yeah, I know.
Well, and I love in the YouTube re-upload, I actually posted fucking in the YouTube re-upload, I added the clip from Brain Trust Columns where they read the Hershey's chocolate bar ingredients,
Right.
and that clip they originally had a clip of Animaniacs in it. So if you watch, it was Lego Star Wars Episode 8. If you ever watch it, and you see just randomly footage from F-Zero GX, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but yeah, we will see everyone tomorrow for more Samurai Jack.
Right.